So, happy Saturday. Are we going to have dog camp today? I don't know. Mrs. Gimpy didn't tell me she's doing anything today. She kind of hinted at it, but she wasn't real specific. She's mainly working on a crafts today, I think. But anyway, how many hours am I into this? I have no idea. This particular playthrough, playtime is 5 days, 1 hour. So, do the math. Do the math. It's so funny. It's looking at playtime for this game compared to, say, games like, say, Pathfinder or Baldur's Gate 3 or even Starfield and stuff. You go, oh, look, I'm up to 100 hours in those games, whatever. And you look at the time for these games, you go, 100 hours. Shit, we just started. Anyway, so this is the galaxy as I currently know it. Orange, that's a no-at. That we're allies. Actually, it's easier to just look at it this way. So, factions. Oops. I'll go back. Factions. So, the no-at Federation. Allies. Imperial Ascendancy, and those guys. Oh, so we're not allies with them for some reason. But they're hostile to the Galactic Empire, the Hutt Pirates, Mandalorian Raiders, all the bad guys except for the New Republic. Seems a little loud, doesn't it? So again, we're friendly somewhat mostly with them, right? We're doing okay with them. Even have a ship named Fenny the Cat yet. Barely been playing at all then. No, there's no Fenny the Cat yet. Let's see, so Galactic Empire, not our friends. The only reason we're enemies with them is because we are friends with their enemies, is really, or hostiles. Because they're hostile on Note, which we're friendly to. They're hostile to the Imperial Ascendancy, which we're very friendly to. And that's pretty much it there. Hutt Cartel. We are allies with them. They are enemies with the Corporate Sector Authority and the New Republic. Hostiles with them, so no big deal. Imperial Ascendancy, we're allies with them. They're hostile to the Black Sun, Galactic Empire, Pirates, Mandalorian. The Mandalorian Death Watch is the main Mandalorian faction. New Republic, of course, and those guys. Mandalorian Death Watch are the Mandalorians. That's the main Mandalorian faction. And then everybody else, of course. So there's the Death Watch. We're enemies with them. Why? Because they are not friends with the Ascendancy, basically. Because, again, it's our relationship with the Ascendancy that's basically screwing up a lot of things. Imperial Ascendancy is here plus 30. And as you get bigger as an organization, your faction adjustments mean more to the other factions. So if you're friends, they like you more if you're a big, a bigger empire. If you're enemies, they don't like you so much, or at least your relationships, are more impactful, or the changes are. So again, Hutt Cartel at plus 27, a NOAT is 24. Those are the only ones. Naboo, we haven't really done that much with them. Transgal Meg Industry. I don't even know where these guys are. We've been trading with them. Kantos Warship today. Who makes those? Kantos. I think that's an Imperial ship. Pretty sure it's an Imperial ship. Should be a large, I believe. Yeah, it's Imperial. 22 million approximately for a full build out. They're not bad. They're better than dreadnoughts. Let's see. Turrets, 2 medium, so it's got 2 missile launchers. 12 quad laser turrets for dealing with fighters, 4 dual turbo lasers medium size, and 8 quad turbo lasers. So yeah, this is a decent ship. Wasn't marked enemy. No, these are made by the Ascendancy. This is the Ascendancy's shipyard, so they can make them. Which means I can buy them. Or I can buy the blueprint, too, if I really want to. It's got 2 small docks, can support up to 12 fighters, too. So that's what the big hole in the middle is for. So this is a respectable ship here. Like I said, it's better than a dreadnought. Dreadnought. Oh, there is no dreadnoughts for the Ascendancy. It's got outside top. No worries, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Don't get spaced. Yeah, orders. They look well enough, or they look good enough. Except for the bubble in the middle. I'm trying to figure out, is that a shield generator? Or something? I don't know what that is. 22 million. We'll probably pick one of these up eventually. As far as weapon choices go. We can have ion cannons, that's always good. But just the one. Oh, no, can have smaller ones too. So I get 2 small ion cannons if you want to ditch the dual turbo lasers. Or I can go 2 or standard size ion cannons, right? Or is that the same one? Yeah, it's the same one. So you can have up to 4 of them if you really want. Ion cannon's good for taking down shields faster. See ya, Jay. Yeah, it's not bad. For 21 million. 22-ish. Like how the prices fluctuate as you're looking at it. More Pew? Hey, Desperator, welcome back. It could be. It could be. But I'm still trying to kick around the idea whether I want a Pro Crusader or not. Because this is a battleship. But there was actually a nice big fight yesterday, or was it today? I think it was earlier this morning. There was a nice big fight up in Sullust, and one of these guys was involved. And it was doing okay, but it got destroyed too. Because it was going on. I found out it was going up against Home 1, the big Mon Calamari carrier or cruiser, whatever the hell it is. It was going up against that, and it was holding its own long enough, but it still ended up losing in the end. Because this is no Star Destroyer. Although I think the guns are... See, they're 566,000 compared to what the regular Star Destroyer takes. See, the big guns on the Star Destroyer are smaller than the Pro Crusader, but they have more of them. Or do they? Yeah, they have more larges. They have basically 2 on each side. Oh, sorry, no, they don't. They got these guys. So they have different ones. So they have the 3, so 6 total here on the sides. So this thing still has more firepower. Even though the cannons themselves are a different version. A little bit smaller, but there's more of them. Again, this is just it's a bigger ship. At 81 million versus 61. So that's a pretty big difference. The Star Destroyer is still bigger hull size, more shields, that kind of stuff. And of course, all the fighter support too. This thing doesn't have any. It's just got 2 small docks. But again, this is a battleship. It's not a carrier. So it's not that it's bad. It's just that, do I want one? Do I want one? I think you can... That's right, they have a flak gun too. Which I believe is underneath. I think that's the flak gun there. What's a flak gun? Well, it's a flak gun. It's good for shooting down... I don't think it's lasers, right? I think it's more of a physical type thing. I think it's supposed to be used for shooting down missiles and fighters and stuff. I think that's its function. You give a little bit of a pew-pew for some, making fighters die faster. I think that's what it's for. But it's a choice at 61 million, which we could buy right now, right? How much money do I have? I currently have 67 million. And the plan for today is to do what? I gotta name our Star Destroyer still. No, I'm not naming it Fanny the Cat, and I'm not naming it Scout. Just to put that out there. That's not going to be its name. Let's see. Oh, that's right. We haven't even showed off the actual fleet now. Forgot about that. So this is the Imperial Star Destroyer. And those are the ships following behind it. So we've got Dreadnought, which is Veronica's Vengeance. It's the Katana Dreadnought. We've got a mobilizer following around. Fanny, you didn't hear me say that, did you? Yes, you did. You heard exactly what I said. So that's the Star Destroyer. But it's actually got all kinds of stuff, too. So anyway, it's our flagship of our combat fleet. We got a mobilizer support. We've got Veronica's Revenge, which is a dreadnought. Then we also have a Beacon's Lancer. We didn't loot that. We salvaged that last week, I think. It's just a medium-sized. It's a medium-sized Mandalorian ship. It's pretty good for its size, and just a part of the fleet, basically. Then we also had two Raider missile corvettes built. Just officially, their name is Raider Corvette, but they have up to 6 missile launchers on them. These have 4. Default setting is 2 plus 4 sets of turbo lasers, I think it is. Guess we can just look to see what it is here. Yeah, this has 2 quads, 2 light turbo lasers, and then 4 light concussion missile launchers. The default is, though, not that. Named the binary ship Fanny the Cat. It's already named after Beacon. The Mandalorian ship is already named after Beacon. Can't have the mobilizer named after. Nah, I've already named that one too. Can have one of the Raiders named after if you want. The Raider. Okay, so this is the Raider. So this is the default type preset. So it comes with the 4 quad laser cannons for shooting out fighters, 2 light turbo lasers for dealing with ships of similar size, and then of course the 2 light missile launchers. However, you can change those out by, because they are ticking, yeah, so you can go take out one of the lasers for another missile launcher. Same, so that's 2, actually 4, 5, 6. So you can go at 6 missile launchers and just 2 light turbo lasers. Do you want to do that? Probably not. I mean, you could, but the problem is its missiles are, a limited quantity. It comes with 100 rounds or 100 missiles, I think. Yeah, it has rooms for 100 missiles, and it goes down pretty quick with 4 launchers. 6 will go that much faster, and then you're down to just 2 sets of two turbo lasers, which are here on the side there. That very much limits it. It's still kind of iffy on with the 4 launchers, but it kills fighters pretty quick because the missiles are nice. But yeah. Anyway, they are competent ships. That's why I have 2 of them in the fleet currently. And then we throw in a bunch of fighters. Currently, we have 12 TIE Defenders on interception duty, which found out that interception is basically they only go after fighters and medium-sized ships, or small and medium-sized ships. Then we have 12 Y-Wings. Y-Wings we get on to the second, but they're set to bombardment, which means they only go after large and extra-large ships, because, bombers. And then we have 12 TIE Phantoms. Phantoms are basically an interceptor for the most part. They have 1 missile launcher that we put concussion missiles into, but they have 5 lasers. They have the 7.2 laser, or two of the two of the 7.2 laser cannons and two of the LS1 laser, or sorry, three of those. So basically 5 laser cannons. They're an interceptor on that. And then we also have Harbor. Harbor is basically to keep the fleet supplied with stuff. It's currently receiving supplies, if I remember correctly. I think we're bringing stuff over. What is it actually carrying currently? Nothing at the moment, so we're still waiting for that to happen. And of course, let's see, back to why Y-Wings. Because TIE bombers suck. Compared to Y-Wings, TIE wing bomber or TIE bombers suck. Why? They have two laser cannons, right? So does the Y-Wing. It's okay. Y-Wing also has a turret, though. That helps it out, right? The TIE bomber only has one missile launcher. Medium size, which is fine, but it's only one, and it carries, I think, 8. And costs total 8 torpedoes it can carry, so 8 shots. The Y-Wing has 2 medium-sized launchers and carries 10, or is it 12? Of course, these guys are all set up to turrets. It's got 10. So it's got 10 torpedoes. The TIE bomber only carries 8. So it's got 2 more extra, and it fires 2 at a time. And it has shields. So it's more durable. It may not be quite as quick as a TIE bomber. We can actually probably even set up a nice little comparison, can't we? Ship comparison. Add a ship. It's so small. Not the B-Wing. I wish I had B-Wings, but none of our friends have B-Wings, so we don't get access to B-Wings. I wish we had scimitars, though. Scimitars are good. TIE bomber. So, fast. Confirm. Add another one. Another small. So, Y-Wing. Which one do we have? I think it's this one. Yeah, it looks about right. So, compare and contrast the two of them. So, hull. Y-Wing is almost twice as strong. Recharge rate, that's a shield. So, shield 900 versus 55, almost 5600 on shield. So, that's a huge difference there. Shields and stuff like that doesn't matter. It does. That bomber does have 900 points of shield, but that disappears in like 2 seconds. Radar range, it doesn't really matter. Burst weapon output. So again, with the 2 cannons and the turret, that's where that number is coming from. And it's the same damage as well. I guess maybe that's what that is. That turret damage. Speed. The Y-Wing is even faster than the bomber. Doesn't accelerate as quickly, but it travels faster. It's not as agile, which is no big deal. It's a bomber. Container storage. Crew 3? Sure. So anyway. Yeah, like I said, we went with and we're getting the Y-Wings from a NOAT, because we're friends with them, and so we get access to all their stuff. So again, instead of the TIE bomber's obviously cheaper, but the Y-Wings are just more durable and they're more effective overall. So that's why we're using the Y-Wings. And that's it for the fleet. It has not seen any action yet. Someday. I'm not even on the Star Destroyer currently because I've been talking to this guy buying stuff. Buildings and whatever. Or new parts for buildings. Sorry, new parts for buildings. Specifically, let's see. This is one of our newer stations. That's not the right one. That's the one we want. So this is our Triton factory. We added these things. Imperial Trade Station docks. What are they? They're basically a place for ships to dock. From the top there, it looks like there's 6 medium landing spots. That's what those little symbols are. And then on the inside, I don't know how many spots it has for small ships, but it should be quite a few. Now, my only question is this out here a docking space for a large ship? I don't think it is. But anyway, it's just different looking, right? Because we've been using mainly the discs for starting spots for stations. But newest station, this is not the newest station. Newest station we're making is Polis Massa Factory. So this is a new station design for me. As you can see, we have the two Imperial trade station docks, and then we have one of the discs. Oh, sorry, it's not one of the. It's this is just a cross connection structure. I could have put one of the docking discs in here and done this, but doing this particular build again because I'm not sure that the ends count for as connectors for large and extra large ships. So we're still putting in the regular Imperial harbors for the larger ships to dock onto. And because of this particular design, we had to be a little bit more vertical in our builds. Because almost all of the stations I've been doing on the station are more horizontal, flat, flat type builds. This one's going to be more of a three-dimensional build eventually. We just have to get started first and then decide how we're going to do that. And this is a Imperial Admin Center, so this is for basically claiming territory because the station's being built in neutral territory down here. So once that little admin thing is built, this sector will become ours. And if it doesn't, we'll build another station with one of those, and then it should. While you're building down here, more resources. Because we get... no? Resource probe. No information available. What? Ah, there we go. So it's ore and silicon in this system, and this one's got... why isn't it showing up? Oh, there we go. So Tabana gas is this sector. You petition, we named the destroyer Monk Dip, or Monk 1, as in one level of Monk. Calling an Imperial Star Destroyer a monk is... I'm not sure if that's an insult to the Star Destroyer or the monk. It's got to be one of the two. Monk 1. You got to spell out the 1, though, and just the Honor Rogue 1, right? It's got to be Monk 1, but the 1's got to be spelled out. Still not sure how that applies to a Star Destroyer, because, they're so agile. Thought about that, but that's too cool. But it's more relevant, too. Okay, so, what am I doing today? Waiting for this thing to get built, sort of. So we already got... two freighters out there bringing its parts to it. Oh, that's right. I'm building. Well, I'm not building them yet, but I claimed territory in Sullust because we want. We're basically building we'll be building a wall of defensive platforms around our main factory here in Sullust, which is contested territory between me, the Imperial Ascendancy, and the New Republic. Once again reminds you, I think your Starfield playthrough ground to a halt because of how awful it was to try and find all your outposts throughout the cosmos. Well, you can find them, it's just not easy. They really didn't think about that too much. As in, how are you going to manage all those outposts? There's no real way to do it from a one screen, which is a shame. And of course, then they put all the... There's a max level for the character, right? It's like level 40 or 50, right? Which isn't near enough to get all the points you need to do everything you want to do. That you'd like to do. And that's a problem, too. You can find them, but that's more tedium than I was... Oh, I totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, I think there's a max level, but I'm not sure. I think there is. Okay, so we're still kicking around the idea of what do I want to do with the Star Destroyer? I mean, we can keep it here in this area and fight against the evil Republic. Try to push them back. See, we basically, was it, all our big factories produce pretty much everything that you can produce. So, oh, there is no level cap? Okay, never mind then. I've heard people getting all skills, though that was through cheats. Yeah, because if you don't do through cheats, it's going to take you forever and a day. Because, you know, typical leveling up stuff in RPGs is it takes longer and longer to level up as you go. And to get everything, you know, everything to make you, you know, be able to do everything you want to do takes a long time. And they bury a lot of the good of the stuff that makes managing outpost easier. They bury that stuff really deep into the trees, so which sucks. Same with the ship stuff too. Like to have, you know, the ships. You know, you build these bridges and all these other little rooms on the ship to, you know, get more crew. Till you find out that, oh, you can only manage 3 or 4 crew at a time until you start getting the higher level skills. It's like, oh, you didn't tell me that before I got all the skills for all the science and other stuff that I wanted to get. You know, just like, I mean, I know it's the way it is, and Fallout's the same way, and whatever, but it's still annoying. Meanwhile, the combat skills are like, you know, extra. Yeah. If you want to be able to shoot people efficiently and kill them, you got to take those skills too. But anyway. So other than naming the ship, what else do I need to do? Level 40-ish isn't that difficult. It gets more tedious a bit later on. No, I'm not saying it's difficult. It's just, it's a grind. It's still a grind. Because you don't get really any experience for like doing the outpost thing for the most part. Once you get the stuff up and building and stuff, you don't really get experience for it. Like if you can go around shooting stuff, you get experience. But if you go around building stuff using the machinery to do it, you don't get any experience for that. You only get it when you build it by hand, which is tedious. I'm going to plant it with high-level animals and shoot everything. What happens when they start eating you? I've been kicking around the idea whether I want to start a war with the ICG. ICG is, I always forget their name. Independent Commerce Guild. Do I want to start a war with them? Who are they friends with is a real question. ICG. They're allies with the Horse Kessel Drive Incorporated. I still haven't found Kessel. I know where generally where it is, but I haven't found it yet. So then I'm not their friend. They're not friends with the hut, so that's good. It's fine. They didn't implement extinction. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. So, these guys. Now, they could actually be larger than we think they are, simply because we haven't explored all their stuff. There's a gate going down that way. Mrs. Gimpy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So again, I guess I should explore these systems before we decide whether we're going to fight a war against them or not. Make sure we are aware of all their stuff. Pretty sure we are. So that means... And why the ICG? Because they're the closest. In all honesty, they're the closest. I don't want to start a fight with the Noack because they're friends with the Ascendancy. So we don't want to, you know, screw that over. We should take these systems, though. I don't have to. But if I want to do any type of expanding, this would be the area to do it. Because we've got the huts up here who are our friends, Ascendancy over here, and I know at with their also all our friends. So they're the likely target to get crushed. Question is, can we actually crush them? Geonosius. What kind of ships do we have here? Magnificent. Oh, they got the Lucra Hulks, that's right. Those are fun to kill. Anyway. Recon Squadron. You guys have business to do. Looks like that's all scouted. That one's scouted for the most part, it looks like. This one's got that gate we don't know where it goes to, so we'll go find out what that goes to. So, we're sending our Recon Squadron, which is made up of a Y-wing long probe, carrying basically all the satellites and stuff, along with the 6 Imperial probes who do the bulk of the exploring, because that's what they are good at. And that's... So Star Destroyer. He's actually in okay position at the moment. Look, Dagobah. We dug up Yoda's body and everything, I think. We claim the system. Why? It stops us, our friends from creating or building stuff in here, I think. Maybe? Oh, the Ascendancy is actually sending ships down here to patrol the systems. Same over here, too. Look at all the resources. Helium, Tibana, ice, methane, Rhydonium, ore, and silicon. Ta-da. So... I don't see any fighting anywhere. I mean, we could start a fight. Dreadnought, factory. ICG construction vessel? What's he doing over here? Building that stuff? The question is, are we going to be able to push them all the way back and keep them out of here? See, if I was really smart, I'd build a defense platform right around here to blow theirs up. Or at least hopefully blow theirs up. So the little crosses, those are, or the big crosses, those are the defensive. That's where all the guns are. Question is how many they have. Because just because those are built doesn't mean they have any guns in them. Just looking at the general size. See, the funny thing is I could build a defensive platform relatively close to make sure all the guns are pointing in that direction. It'd totally overwhelm them. And because we're not enemies yet, they won't know what the hell's going on. Until it's too late. Could do that. Like right now, this is again our main factory. What's fun is watching this one. Is paying attention not to the station itself, but what's on the edges of our vision as we're looking around. It's basically the defenses, the defensive platforms we have floating around. Like the one, you know, back there, the two little discs up there. Or whatever they're called, the hats. Call them the hats. They're not that far away. They're off to the left there. Another one off to the left. Then they one farther in the distance. So that's the 3 we currently have built. What's funny also is I think you can actually see them Here? How did I see him? Oh, I guess it's right here. So this is the what's actually in existence. So this is the main factory, and there's our 3 defensive platforms, and I've reserved territory here for 2 more, mainly to destroy this factory when we want, because pretty sure this is within range of the the heavy cannons that we have on these things. Pretty sure that's in range. I'm not sure if it's in range of the defensive platforms in range, but it'd be close. Again, we want to, yeah, just be interesting with how this is going to work. I have a dreadnought there, so not a huge fleet. Let's see. Star Destroyer will roll the factory, no problem. But it's the defensive platforms and these guys we have to worry about. So it's going to be basically the same build as the other one. It's the same. 68 million. Do I want to get a save up for another Star Destroyer, or do I want to fill out the squadrons? Because this thing still has room for 24 more ships, basically, or as fighters. Except this is more than enough than anything we can see currently. Yeah, it doesn't even have what, half a dozen there, maybe 10 at most. Then up here, this is why we put satellites everywhere so we can see what's going on up here. Oh, we could build a platform here. You probably won't like it though. Freeport Trading Station. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Okay, so this is them coming through here. Okay, you send them into the corners to explore. See, the ICG isn't friends with the New Republic, so we can start a war with them and not be too terribly worried about it, about anybody else joining in, because they don't have any real friends. It's just a question of how big is their fleet, and that's what we're doing here. Explore around, see what's going on. Then we'll have to go up here and do this next, over in Geonosis, because that's our main fleet, or star space yard. Shipyard, sorry, shipyard. Shipyard is a real word. Doing that. Satellite there. Satellite here. Again, it's dropping satellites everywhere just to keep an eye on what the traffic going through gates is like, and gives a general idea of how many ships they have. How many was that? 4? 5. Only has 6 or 8. Is it 8? How many do you have? Did I give regular satellites to this thing? Son of a bitch. I screwed up on that. That's okay. I prefer advanced because of bigger range, but I screwed up.
Mask disengaged.
We can always swap them out later. So who are you guys? So ICG patrol stuff. If you guys are down up there, have you guys explored Geonosis too? Just exploring. We need to find all their stuff. Or the important stuff. Okay, so it'll take a little while for that. Money. How we doing on money? Hasn't been that long since I drained most of this stuff. Oh, yes, it has. So, here I do. This is our scrap facility. Down to about 1 million or so. Now Shadon's about 5 million. Can we get all our main factories down to about 1 million so they can buy everything they pretty much need to stay in business? If they have to buy anything. They usually don't. They usually have enough freighters and mining ships to take care of business. Oh, look at Triton at 15 million. So currently at 74. 113 million now. I wasn't expecting that much, but sure. 113 million. So what can we buy with 113 million? Another Star Destroyer. But I'm also need to start. Well, do I need to start saving up for building my own ships? That would be nice. How much is that stuff? So blueprints. So production, no build. So equipment facility. This is to modify and supply a wide range of starfighters and medium ships. So we can buy one of those. If we want to make large ships, we need 243 million. Maintain large ships, 64 million. Imperial Wharf. This is to build small and medium ships, 116 million. So what is that, 150-ish? A little over, if we want to do equipment facility and a wharf. So close. Oh, then you also have to buy the blueprints for actually making the ships too, which I believe I bought a few already. As far as fighters go. Yeah, I already have TIE Advanced, TIE Defenders, Phantoms, and Echelons. Striker. Oh, we don't like strikers.
Please stop saying oops.
I didn't say
You
oops.
are making me look bad.
I didn't say oops at all. We can get the TIE Fighter Vanguard. These are shielded TIE Fighters. They're expensive. Why are these guys so much more expensive? Oh, because I'm not seeing how much I paid for the Advanced and the Defenders. That's why. Because they were about the same price. I don't know why Strikers are so expensive. Due to its horizontal high-speed wings and large center body pod, it is faster than most other TIEs, but it lacks maneuverability. Yeah, they're not that great. I think they're supposed to be intended for planet operations, not space. I think. But anyway. So we just need to save some money.
Good luck out there.
We can start making money too. How much was it? Star Destroyer? Oh, not you. Star Destroyer, Star Destroyer. It's too heavy. So 85 million. This is all that storage. This is why they're not so expensive to, well, maybe not so expensive, but the Star Destroyer, they don't have the materials to build one right now anyway, because they're missing all this stuff up here for the most part. Not so much the missile components, the cores and the electronics. Which we do actually produce at Celeste and Triton, so... Oh, we're also doing prefabs too. Triton. I think Celeste is a little bit more established. Not by much. It's me taking money out. That's how that happens. So going back for the past 6 hours. Can you tell when I'm taking the money out? Every couple hours? Yeah, we need more Rhydonium. Rhydonium is what holds back the production of the larger ships. Never seems to be quiet enough. And it's because the bigger ships require so much of it. All the scrap coming in. All the raw scrap that's coming in to produce scrap metal, which we turn into module prefabs and Durasteel plates. Durasteel is made for everything, basically. And module prefabs for building station parts. What are we producing? 36,000 scrap per hour. Which we're using up, though. It varies because the prefabs use up more scrap than the plates do. We've got 6 of those going. Yeah, this is all plates, and the prefabs are being made by these, and the scrap is being processed here, being turned from raw scrap to scrap. It's funny, you can actually watch this stuff get dropped in that way. That's the shipyard there in the background. And big orange thing in the sky, that's where he's dragging the scrap to. The scrap cube or whatever he's dragging. That's a scrap cube up there. They just pull them over on top of these things, and they just drop in. Huge investment getting this thing up and running. But it's worth it. It makes so much money in the long run. It's crazy. And it saves you money too. It actually saves me a lot of money in construction of stations because I don't have to go to anybody else to get the prefabs or the Durasteel. Just basically pull it right out of this place for construction purposes. And whatever we don't use, we sell. So this place is making decent money. So the past 6 hours, so 9 million, pull it out, 4.5 million, let it go, and then selling stuff here. That's what that big jump is. 700,000, 700,000. That's our transports that are attached to the station going out and selling stuff. And of course, take more money out. So all the scrap tugs. The tugs go out there and they pull the scrap back in. And then our freighters are going and buying stuff that the station may need, like food for the people that are living on the station, the workers. They need food, so these guys go out and buy the food and sell, again, excess materials. I guess we don't need that anymore, do we? Done building, I think. We're done building that for the time being. Yep. So that means we reassign this transport up to the beta group, who is the freighter group. They go out and they sell stuff or buy stuff, whatever. That's them. What do I want to do? So we're building large containers, stuff. I don't know what I really want to do with this station. It's over in a NOAT area. Over here. And Ascendancy too. And this is a lot of resources in this area. So ore and silicon, Tibana. This one over here is helium and methane. A little distance. It's how many? 1, 2, 3 away. I don't know how skilled is our guy or governor. Governor is 3. Might be enough. All the storage isn't built yet, right? Yeah, we still have a container, a liquid, and a solid, which that stuff is built. We'll get some miners going. And we'll do some factories to get some stuff produced, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, we still have a little while, a couple minutes, till all the... Oh, that's right, we have to get the solar panels. They have to be built. It'll be a while, because it takes like 15, 20 minutes for each one of these to be built. So we got a while before the station's even close to being ready to do anything. Okay, so... next. So how's our scouting doing, or exploration doing over here? Serpar. So the system is bigger than it originally looked like. Because I put these guys right to the edge, right? Put them right in the corners. So some of these systems are the size that they basically say they are when you first go into them. But then there's these other ones that are actually bigger than what they look like. You see that? Because normally this size of a search area is enough to search a whole hexagon. But as you can see, this one, not quite so much because it's getting bigger as we do more exploring. As you can see, it just changed there too.
Hey, bag of water, it is time to take a break. Go stretch your legs.
Okay.
Your next break is in 1 hour.
So that how it moved just a little bit. And what does it mean? Sometimes there's stations out on the edges and stuff, but it's, again, it's still getting bigger. So we'll just let them do their job. Go from there. Found another gate. So again, we're exploring here to see how big the ICG really is. And that's going to determine whether we, attack them or not. So as you can see, Geonosis, their system isn't quite as large. Because you got that's how big its search area is here, which is basically the whole X. So the system is a little bit bigger. Anyway, so let that go. And I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, go check on the dogs, see what they're up to. Because Mrs. Gimpy has gone over to her parents' house again. And I'm going to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.